Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. No, we're just gonna wait for a few people. I'm fine. Be right back. Hold on. Oh yeah. Who's here? Welcome in. Who's here? Who's here? George show up yet or no? I might just want to do this quick. I got things to do today before I start getting question bombarded. So I was saying, hold on. Let me listen to something else.
You want to watch a movie? You're going to need a big screen.
Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? So basically, I was saying I wanted to get into like who we were, talk about religion, this and that. So in my mind, I believe religion. Why don't they pay taxes? I think they don't pay taxes on churches is because churches. Well, some people say churches equal banks, but I think they don't pay taxes because they are a controlling platform. That's what I believe. And when you actually read the Bible, right? In the Bible, it states, and I find it weird because a lot of people say they read the Bible, but then they pray a lot to outside of their bodies. So I'm going to just say this quickly. God basically says that He's within you, correct, right? He also states in the Bible that, or they say that, God states He made you in His image. He made us, I should say, in His image and His liking. So who is He exactly? He's the creator. He's God, right? And if He made us in His image, that means that He made us as gods. Okay? It's not that hard to understand. He says, I made you in my likeness, I made you in my image. His image is God. His image is the higher up, is the high almighty, the all-knowing. Okay? So, he also states he's within you. Okay? All the time. He's within you. So, that being said, if he's within you, then why are you looking for answers outside of you? Why are you going to churches to listen to somebody tell you to go praise somebody else? Go praise this person, go praise. I'm not going to say I'm correct. I'm just going to say, what if this is a whole backward scheme, you know? They tell you don't be selfish. They tell you don't be delusional, right? They tell you don't worship yourself. But yet, you are a God. You're not the God. Everybody is a God. Everybody was made in God's image. So that being said, everybody is a God. And if you're disrespecting, you know, another God, you're just disrespecting yourself. How many people do you know don't believe in themselves but believe in God? Honestly, you have to know at least one person that doesn't believe in themselves but believes in God. Like, how the fuck do you not believe in yourself and you believe in God when God is within you? If He's within you, then you got to believe within you. You got to believe yourself. But it's a whole backwards thing. They'll make you think that you have to speak to somebody else. You have to answer to somebody else. No, you have to answer to yourself because He's within. Now, that being said, why am I going to go listen to somebody else if He's within me? Why do I need to go to a church if He's within me? Wherever I may be, He's going to be there all the time because He is me and I am Him or her or the source. Okay? With the call, cancel that out. So it just makes me think. Now, they also tell you do not praise false prophets, do not praise other gods, right? So if you're praying outside of your body to somebody else, you're not praying to the God within. That being said, you're praying to false gods. Okay, this is the way I see it. I'm not saying I'm correct, just the way I see it when you literally take it from the Bible. Okay, now, you know, I believe churches don't pay taxes is because they're there to control you, to put you into a group, okay? Separate you from the rest of the people. Okay? If you're Catholic, if you're Christian, you're not going to be like a Muslim, you're not going to be like on Buddhism. You're all in different categories. You have different beliefs, okay? The idea of this whole thing is to have gratitude and have love and work together. Okay? Not to be divided. Why you think is a big thing. Why you think New York has like 6 different teams. Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, fucking hockey. You got Islanders, you got the Rangers, you got the Devils, so many different groups to put you in separately. Then when you drinking that alcohol, you're bumping heads and just saying they probably don't pay taxes is because they're one of the biggest controlling platforms to keep you in line, to make you fear if you behave in a certain way, you're not going to go to a certain place. Okay? The idea is to tap into yourself, to tap into the higher mind. The higher up, the all knowing is your pineal gland. Do you understand that? That's the way I believe. That's what I see. So I believe they create these churches to drain us from our energy because obviously we're praying to somebody else. They're always telling you to pray to somebody else. And weirdly enough, the word amen, when I was looking it up, somebody was breaking it down for me. It it used to be spelled Ahmen, amen, right? But they took the H out because I guess people were catching on because the word A-H, means fire pot. And men means an individual. So you were actually, every time you were saying amen, you were actually saying to the individual of the fire pot. Now, who supposedly is in charge of the fire? Who is the enlightenment? Who is the light bearer? So, just a lot of things, you know, that you have to think about. They're pushing us, the masses, to one particular spot. Why is that? They want to drain you. And they want to take you for your money. How many times that dish goes around for donations, right? Goes down from the last time I heard, it was going around like 4 or 5 times the dish for donations. When was the last time you seen a scaffolding around the church, fixing the church up after all the years of getting donation? I'm just saying, where's all that money going to? So they either drain you from your money, they keep you in a psychological, space, locked in a group, and they keep you fearful. So You know, I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, don't you ever dare talk about, against the Lord Almighty." But again, I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm just saying I'm right. I'm not right. I think all those groups, there's nobody you need to listen to but yourself is the main thing. If God is within you, then who else you listening to? You listen to yourself. You believe in yourself. Okay? The higher creation, he's inside of you. He made you in his liking. He made creators so we can go out and create. Okay? That's why, we have seeds in us, and that's why women can give birth. They have birth canals because we're creating. We weren't here to be made like little obedient slaves. Like, here you go, I created you. Now here's a list of rules, and if you don't fucking follow them, I'm gonna burn you all. Like, that don't make sense to me. All right, that just does not make sense to me. Just like, weirdly enough, if I told you, would you like to come over to my house and we're gonna have a little bit of my flesh, we're gonna drink a little bit of my blood, you'd be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But weirdly enough, people find it okay when they claim that God says it. So I think when people understand that God's within and all the answers are within, you're everything. You're basically everything. This is why they'll tell you, like, when you're not paying attention, they'll be like, why are your heads in the clouds for? Well, what else are in the clouds? Heavens are in the clouds, which is your head. Again, your head. Why are your head in the clouds? Heaven. Temples are on this side. Everything's within. Universal means everything. Uni is you in your vessel. Again, versal is your vessel. But if you don't want to believe that or understand it, you're going to keep just looking for answers outside of your body and waiting for somebody to come save you and waiting for this and waiting for that and not creating your own path, you know. And some people enjoy, some people don't want to lead. Some people want to be followers. That's basically what it comes down to. You can either follow somebody else's path or understand that he's within and you create your own path and you become a leader and you lead. I read some of these questions and see what's up. That's really basically what I wanted to say on that. And we're all gods, and we're all gods. And the trickery part is you're always putting spells on you because we talk down about ourselves. We think negative about ourselves. No, we can't do that. Or I'll never be able to do that. You know, we never see ourselves being cocky. That's another thing. You have to be delusional. You have to be delusional. All the things that make you feel bad about, like worshiping yourself and being delusional, those are all the things you need to do in order to get and manifest these things and to level up in your consciousness. You have to be delusional. You have to be that kid to be like, oh, I'm going to have $1 million this summer. You better believe it. And you really believe in it. You're smelling the money. You're seeing yourself taking trips. You're fucking sending out invites already to a yacht party that hasn't even been established yet. That's the type of mentality that you have to have in order to attract what the fuck you want. But it's hard, like, oh no, I can't worship myself. Oh no, it's not all about me. I'm a nobody. I'm nothing. And that's another thing too. We need to watch on how we speak about ourselves, because from what I'm learning, the consciousness only knows you. Like I said, it doesn't know anybody else, just you. So that being said, when you're making fun of somebody, you're actually making fun of yourself. That's why they'll tell you, everybody's a reflection of yourself. Because your conscience doesn't understand anybody else but you. So when you're having those thoughts and creating that frequency energy, you're, like, oh, when you're making fun of somebody, the conscious might, not might, the conscious gonna believe that you're making fun of yourself, okay? And you're gonna create that environment for you. And this is why they'll tell you that's why pure love is the key. Because if you're pouring out pure love to everybody else, that's the type of frequency you're gonna get back. And it's just gonna be resonating all over the place. It's just love, love, and love. And I believe that's when you truly elevate because there's no negativity. You're not making fun of anybody. You're in a total positive way. That's the way I believe that you elevate to a higher standing. More positivity in your life, the higher you can go. The more things you attract. You know, you'll have this glow off of you the more positive that you are. And you'll see it in the streets. For example, you probably experience it yourself. You know, when you're not with somebody, nobody wants to talk to you. You know, nobody's hitting you up. But as soon as you start talking to somebody or you start dating somebody, all of a sudden this person wants to speak to you. This one is looking at you. This one wants to call, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is it when I'm with somebody, everybody wants to kick it with me, and when I'm not, nobody wants to fuck with me? It's the frequencies you're giving off. You're depressed, you know, you're by yourself. You probably have, you know, thinking about things that you fucked up on. So you're keeping yourself in a lower frequency. People feel that and they're like, oh, I don't want to stay with that shit. But when you're with somebody, usually for the first time, it brings up good feelings, good vibes. You're happy, you're excited. And when you're excited and you get up and you walk with that type of energy, people feel it, people see it. And that's why people want to call you back and now talk to you. Like, oh, his energy's picking up. Oh, okay, I like what I'm feeling. I like what I'm seeing. And there's proof for you how energy plays a big part, you know, in our lives. You know, God's purpose is to create so it can experience itself in all possibilities. Yep, you are a soul experiencing a human body journey of all energies. Everything are God's. Whatever God created, basically, they're all God's. Everything here that's live is God. This is why you don't want to destroy things. This is why you don't hurt people. This is why they basically tell you pure love, don't hurt nobody, don't injure nobody, you know, be positive. That's just pure positive energy like a fucking Care Bear, like pouring out everywhere, out your ears, your eyes, cyclops shooting beams, every fucking hole in your body. You just beaming with joy and happiness and love. That's the way to elevate. But the only way to do that, like I said, is to do everything in a positive way and never have a negative thought, including yourself. Never have a negative thought about yourself, neither. Saying you can't do this. You always, you know, even if you think you can't do it, you have to believe that you can do it. That's the idea. That's one of the hardest parts, probably, for us, is to believe that we can just do anything and everything how we want, when we want, you know? And that's exactly have to be delusional, just like that. Thinking that you can do anything, wherever, with whoever, as many times as you want. That's, I believe, the key, you know? So you have to look crazy, basically. You have to look super crazy and believe you're super crazy because you believe all these things is going to happen for yourself. And that's when, you know, and nobody wants to look crazy. So that's why nobody actually really does these things. That's why so many people probably don't elevate the way they should and tap into their abilities. Because a lot of people don't have the balls to act cocky and you know, cherish themselves and worship themselves. Like, no, I can't do that. You know, what are people going to think of me? That's, you know, the ultimate fuck up thing. What are people going to think of me? Is the ultimate jail cell keeping you from doing things you want. Read some of these comments here. Neville says your imagination is God. Well, whatever you think, yeah. Just like God was, you know, he thought as well. Thoughts give out vibrations. March, April, May going to be huge. Jimmy, hope so. What's the difference between Santana's, Lucifer, and what's you're saying? Just questions. Well, I believe Lucifer is the lowest form of God, and God is the lowest form of Lucifer. I think they're the same person. Like I said, you're everything. Everything is within you. God is within you. He created Lucifer. Okay? If Lucifer was here and he was always really hurting everybody and controlling everything, God would have took him out. He's the Almighty. He's the all-knowing, you know? Can't not sit here and think that God can't take out one person. He created that person supposedly, so why can't he take him out? Ever thought about that? Maybe he can't take him out because if he takes the devil out, he might be taking himself out. Maybe that's a possibility. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm just saying maybe that's why the devil lives to this day, or they speak about him, is because he can't be taken out. Maybe he is the Almighty, and we are thinking that it's the other person. That would be fucking crazy if that was true, you know? But how many people are going to really want to say that the God is the bad person and that Lucifer is the good person? You know? You would automatically be like, oh my God, I'm going to go to hell if I even think those thoughts, you know? But what if that was true? Now think about it. Mostly all the people that go to church, that praise God, they're all working people, struggling people, right? Looking for answers. Why is it supposedly all these elite people that, they put on a pedestal saying, oh, they worship the devil worshippers, they're doing this and that. But why are they living the fucking most lavishest lives? Not working, chilling, you know? Doing this. And you know what? It's funny. You'll be like, oh, yeah, because they sold their soul to the devil. You know what? When you got a birth certificate, we already sold our souls to the devil. Okay? Maybe that saying is to scare people away from, you know, entering that type of energy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking to worship the devil because, again, you don't worship anybody else but yourself. So get that straight. Okay? We're not here worshiping anybody else. We're not here worshiping the devil or that. I'm just saying, what if this whole shit was all backwards? Okay? You ever thought about why they let people go so freely on a Sunday to go to church to go pray to the Almighty, the All Knowing, without any type of obstacles or anything like that? Always doors are always open. Come on, if the churches were really giving you that strong of a power, I always think about it like this: if it was truly a place, the church, to bring us to, like, a higher understanding and a higher up, then why aren't we paying to get inside these places? Why aren't they taxing the shit out of these churches when the churches are fucking taking money out the ass from the people? It's just questions. It's just weird to me. You know? I believe they don't get, you know, I believe that the churches are used to control people. And that's why they don't get paid taxes. They don't have to pay taxes because they're a big platform of helping the higher ups control the masses. So that's what I think the difference is, Lucifer and God. I just think it's one low form of one image, and then the other one is the opposite, vice versa. Yeah, refuse to die, you gotta big yourself up, you know? No one else is gonna do it. But you gotta be careful with your words, Talking about how you're gonna pass and that stuff. I wish you well, my friend. God loves you right now. You believe you can breathe air, but you can't see the air. That's faith. That's God. No human can create air. We as a collective live you. Well, God loves you, so again, you can't love God and not love yourself. That's the most stupidest shit I hear. I don't love myself. Oh, but I love God though. Yeah, God's like, He is you. How do you love Him and not love you? That's where the misconnection is. Again, you keep thinking He's outside of you. You're giving your powers outside of somebody else. You know. No human can create air. No, trees create air, oxygen, I should say. But who's to say that air is even air? How can you even prove air is air? We're only taking from what the school told us that that's cold air. Who even know if it's cold air? It's called ether, to be honest. Everything in the air is called ether. It's energy, mycelius network. You know, and you can see within the cathedrals and the churches. Look inside, how they're mushroomed in and they're concaved in the inside. Beautiful fucking lines, lined up, cement. with the patterns and everything lined up beautifully in rows and everything like that. It's all done through frequencies. You know, churches back in the days was using to heal people. That's why they had those big pianos built into the walls, big organs playing out because they used to shoot out frequencies because frequencies heal people. Then when they started understanding they were healing people, they decided not to do that, to use it as an energy pulling system and a money drainer. So then they turned it to a church, basically to fucking take your money and to have you worship outside of yourself and not heal you. Okay? That's just my belief. Yeah, the key word is belief. The subconscious rules everything. Someone can appear to be confident, but beneath the surface, they believe something opposite and may not be consciously aware of it. Yep, and that's why it doesn't manifest. Because once you have a slight doubt, you can't move forward. Lucifer is not human, he's sentient. Could be. Thoughts on Binance Proton Proton. Pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool picture. The Knights Templar created the church. Yeah, that's a big group of people out there. Christianity, one of the biggest messages is that humans are all sinners. This goes into the subconscious and manifests as self-hate and negativity. Well, then that's your job, to push all that shit out. Push all that shit out. Satan made for fire. Satan is negative energy. All right. Listen, I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just here sharing my point of view. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to convert anything to anything. I'm no preacher, just a teacher. God can't take out the devil because then God will be proven wrong when Satan said that we can be like God once Adam eats the fruit. Well, listen, he was wrong already. Look, God already lied to Adam and Eve. He told them that if they eat the apple, they were going to die. Right? Didn't he say that if you eat the apple, you're going to die? Don't eat the apple. You're going to die. The serpent came. Serpent is knowledge. People don't understand that. Why do you think they use the serpents around the medical? You don't trust the serpent in the Bible, but yet you'll go to the doctor and trust the fucking pharmacy. Are you fucking kidding me? People will sit here, not you guys, but people will actually sit and be like, yeah, the serpent's bad, blah, blah, blah. But yet, you trust the motherfucking hospitals when they have two serpents wrapping around the rod with wings. So, anyway, the serpent isn't bad. The serpent was acknowledgement. The serpent even came and told Eve, listen, eat the apple. I want you to have the knowledge of right and wrong. Okay? Because when somebody doesn't have the knowledge of right and wrong, they can be controlled. Because I don't have the knowledge of this, so I have to be led by somebody. You understand? God only got pissed because when the serpent came, he gave Adam and Eve knowledge, enlightenment. Okay? He gave them knowledge from what's right and wrong. That's when, after they ate the apple, she knew that being naked, somebody sees that she was going to be embarrassed. That's why when God came back to the Garden of Eden, he was like, where are you guys? Oh, we're hiding. And he knew right away. Well, why are you hiding? Because we were naked. And boom, God got pissed off because he's like, damn, I can't control you anymore. You now know from right and wrong. Now I'm pissed off, and now you're going to suffer. You're going to crawl on your belly and like a snake and all types of other shit he said. He wasn't happy about it. But I'm just saying, it says it in the Bible. And let me ask you one question. After the snake told Eve to eat the apple, did Eve die? Because God told Eve that she was going to die if she ate the apple. So God lied to Eve. But the serpent didn't. The serpent said, don't worry, you're not going to die. I'm here to help you, to give you knowledge. You don't have to see it the way I see it. But that's exactly how the movie played out. God said, "You're going to die." She ate the apple and she didn't die. And she actually gained knowledge. Okay? Go look at serpents. Go look at reptiles. One of the most intelligent animals on the planet. Okay? One of the most intelligent animals on the planet. Maybe they're doing a whole trick on you and they don't want you to be intelligent. They've always been holding us down. Always been holding us down. Any type of knowledge. Why do you think all these books are locked up at the Vatican? Why do you think they're all locked up? Why are they locked up for? Why can't we see those books? What's in those books? What information? All right? But again, this is what I really wanted to say. I don't want to keep this long. I'll read some of these comments and I'll keep them moving. If we are gods, we are lowercase gods. Why do you have to be a lowercase god? In that verse in the Bible, a God is uppercase and a God is lowercase. All right, like I said, we're not the gods, we're a God. That's all. We're a God. We're all gods. We're not the God where you have to answer to me, because no, you don't have to answer to nobody but yourself, because God is within you. This is the whole fucking idea. The false prophets or the priests, the popes, the preachers, that's what I believe. I'm not saying I'm right, but I believe that because those are the people that are bringing you into another building and just sucking your energy from you, telling you to pray somebody else. Give me your money. Help me do this. Slapping the shit out of people in there too. I'm sure you see those videos. Smacking the Holy Ghost out of people. I read the Bible and I follow this chick who actually has the Bible. She breaks down the Bible word by word, and I listen to her, and and it resonates. And then I read a little bit just to make sure that how I'm feeling is correct. And when I read the Bible, just to confirm what she's saying, it's just making me think. Everything I said is not like demonic. It's straight from the Bible. You can read exactly what I said. God told them that she was gonna die if she ate it. She ate the apple, she didn't die. The serpent was just giving her knowledge. Why was God mad when he came back to the Garden of Eden? Those are your kids, right? You created them. Those are your kids. Why are you mad at your kids? Because they know from what's right and wrong? As a parent, don't you teach your kids what's right and wrong? So why didn't God want his two first creations, supposedly, that they tell us, Adam and Eve, why wouldn't he want to have his children knowing right and wrong? The only reason why is so he can control them, so he can tell them what to do, and they can depend on him for leading them and not be a leader, be a follower. Now, if you want to be a follower, that's on you. If you believe that God created you so you could be a follower, then that's what you believe. I highly believe that. He created us just to be followers, just to be little peasants and listen to rules. I think he made us to create, to make more creations, bigger creations, discover things, help build, network. But I can't put you will both deposit address into my MetaMask and send XPO. Clearly, it's not a valid send address. So how do I send crypto from an Exodus, Atomic, MetaMask wallet into a WebAuth wallet? Doo-doo, I have no idea. Appreciate the attempt, but I have no idea. You have to have some type of way to send it to the WebAuth. Mm-mm-mm. Each pole change of the Earth favors each either positive or negative consciousness by changing the energies of the sun. The poles are in process of switching in favor of positive consciousness. We all just talking, having fun, sharing thoughts. That's basically what we're doing. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm right. Just saying when you read it like that and you think about it deeply like that, it kind of makes sense. Let's see. Have I always been so deep? I guess after 2020, I really fell down the hole. Let's say that. How do you send crypto from WebAuth? From WebAuth Wallet, you can send, unless you're not spelling it right, the letter I told you so. I don't know. The serpent is an ancient symbol representing the Kundalini serpent. Exactly. The fucking third eye. When one raises their Kundalini, they become truly enlightened. Yep, and that's what the serpent is. And shamefully enough, they want you to be afraid of it. Can nakedness mean shame? To fall from grace, to lose all because of betrayal? Well, if nakedness can it mean shame? No, but in the Bible, basically, it wasn't about being ashamed of nakedness. They felt something. That was the whole idea there, you know? That was the point, is that they automatically knew that they were naked, that they were being shameful. Like they were ashamed for being naked and they didn't want nobody to see them. That's why they were hiding. Because I guess they had an idea from what's right and what's wrong. All right, so that's the idea, not the idea of nakedness is being shamed or whatever the case is. Because as you understand, when he came back, God, he was angry that they were hiding. He was furious that they were hiding. And he punished them. Okay? Once they had the knowledge, and he knew they had the knowledge, he got so pissed off, he punished them. He banished them, told them they were going to fucking work and slave and grind and slither on their stomachs and on their backs like snakes. Okay? Remember, like snakes, like the serpent. Take that acknowledgement now and go with it. Could apple mean sex? I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Jasmine. I'm not sure if apple can mean sex. And weirdly enough, they'll say that Eve ate the apple, right? And we're doing all this transgender shit. Eve ate the apple, which would give Eve an Adam's apple. Weirdly enough. Why do they call it Adam's apple if Eve ate the apple is a bigger question. That I don't know. What up, G? Yeah, they're locked up. God promised Adam eternal life in a paradise earth, but once they obeyed or disobeyed God, they died. This is Satan's system. All right, bot. But I love your point, bully. You're a beast. Respect, love. They live all lives. Yep. All right, you can see it like that. The serpent impregnated her? I have no idea what that means. So weirdly, bot, you say that God promised Adam eternal life in a paradise earth. Okay, in a paradise earth. But yet, when God got jealous of Lucifer, right, the beautiful angel, he cast him to earth. He cast them to earth. He didn't cast them to hell. He cast them to earth. And then when God came back, there was also parties like, oh, right here. He goes, oh, God, I'm doing what you sent me to do. And then God said, well, then keep doing it. I forgot what part that was, damn. What part was that? If anything, you can quote me. I mean, don't quote. I'm trying to think what the verse was. But God basically states, like, what are you doing here? And Lucifer says, well, I'm doing the work that you sent me to do. And he says, well, keep doing it. Well, if he was fucking the devil, then why would he send him to do work and then tell him to continue to keep doing it? Nobody questions those things. Because then if they question those things, they have to question a lot of more things that they learn, especially if you've been going to church for a long time. And I went to church, I was an altar boy. I went to Sunday school. I did all that. If we lived freely in Eden and everything was taken care of by a higher being, why would I want to suffer in earthly turmoil and chaos just for knowledge? I mean, if you don't want to have the knowledge of having right and wrong, you know, knowledge is power. That's what I'll say. Knowledge is very powerful. Okay? And if you don't want knowledge, then sometimes I'll see like maybe you don't want power. Like, I have friends that are very comfortable living in their loop system. You know, they don't want to know anything else. They're happy to go to work, get their little check, and keep spending it in a cycle system. Leave me alone. I don't want to invest. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I don't want to lose money. Okay, I'm going to just keep working in this hamster wheel. We have people like us that understand that we can get out of this hamster wheel. We want to change the matrix. We don't want to be part of it no more. Okay, that's why we're investing. This is why we talk about crypto. We talk about this. We talk about that. But, there's some people that don't want to know. And I understand that because once you start knowing, knowledge will make you more curious. Then knowing more might start showing you that some of the shit that you were taught was fucking lies this whole time. This is why knowledge is power. Because when you start knowing things, then you can start doing things on your own. If you don't have the knowledge, you have to depend on somebody. Okay? And if that higher up, like you say, everything is freely in the Garden of Eden, everything was taken care of by the higher being, let's just say the higher being is not there no more. And I know you can say, oh, he's always there. But let's just say how you know that he's always going to be there. Always going to be there. Say he goes over there to take care of somebody else. You are relying on somebody to take care of you instead of you having knowledge how to take care of yourself. That's just me. I'm a darer. I'm an explorer. I'm a curious cat. Some people will not, you know, they'd rather be like, no, I don't want to disobey somebody. I'm just going to, stay in my lane and get everything here. You think knowledge is power, and that's powerful. God will bring down Satan's system in Armageddon. He was jealous. He took away his privileges in the heavens. He was an angel. Yeah, well, you say he took away his privileges, but yet he's still ruling the earth. Why? How? How? God, the all-knowing, the almighty, how is he not able to slow this guy down and stop him? Just questions I have. Yes, I would say that God is the higher self and the devil is your lowest self. When you're feeling, not into yourself, when you're feeling low, when you're crying, when you're upset, when you're fearful, that's all the devil's work. That's when you're the lowest form. Okay? Keeping you in your lowest vibration. You can't level up, holding you, compressing you down, having you with dementia, depressed, evil thoughts. Again, negativity thoughts. That's the devil's work. That's you. That's you thinking this shit. Okay? That's why I say when you do things positively, when you have pure love, when you don't fuck nobody over, when you want to have love for every single person and just give out the love to everybody, love will come back to you. What you give out will come back. So what is witchcraft? Witchcraft is like doing spells and shit like that. I don't know. I'm not into witchcraft, but just off the top of my head, the freestyle, witchcraft is people putting spells. Like I think witchcraft is birthdays. Putting you in the dark, lighting up candles, circling you, chanting things 3 times. That's witchcraft. Rituals, that's witchcraft. Sucking blood and eating flesh, I think that's witchcraft. But again, I'm not saying I'm correct. That's just my belief. That's just my vision on that. You know, you might have a totally different vision, flowers, you know? That's just my partake on things. You know, things that are gonna keep you, you know, like in a low form of frequency. I think that's witchcraft, you know, making you suffer, keeping you in a circle of negative energy. That's what I think witchcraft is. You know, when you can level out of that, you know, then you're doing magical stuff. That's the negative. I mean, I'm sorry, that's the positive stuff. When you're being magical. Witchcraft, I think, is when you're being negative. You know, things to kind of put you in a negative thing, make you aging, make you feel, you know, not yourself. Does it make sense that God will cast Satan down on earth to terrorize humanity? I mean, it says it in the Bible. Cain killed Abel, but the two names together you get cannibal. Yep, cannibal. Ancient bloodlines ruled out world by sacrificing children. I mean, yeah. I mean, look at, and wasn't God telling these people too to sacrifice for me? Bring me this, bring me that, sacrifice for me. He was telling people to kill this and kill that, kill these animals and bring them to me. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, it's not my words, it's literally his words. You can read the Bible, you know. If you truly read the Bible, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But are they not worshiping idols and demons in order for it to work at altar like some churches? Well, that's what I'm saying. In the churches, that's who I think are the false prophets. When God tells you don't praise any false gods, those are the false gods in my vision. The priests, the preachers, the people that run the churches that are preaching, those are the demons. Those are the guys who are trying to take your energy from you, are trying to let you know that, you know, you are the God. No, the God is above over here. And this is what we're going to talk about. This false God over here. That's my vision. This is why I'm like, why you need to go to church if he's within you? You can sit at your dinner table and speak to your God anytime you want. Anytime you want. Yeah, life is crazy. No one really knows but a loving person. I love my beliefs. Well, yeah, not to say my beliefs are correct. It's just, well, you know, how I see things, you know? Every religion worships somebody outside of them. Okay? I might, I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been thinking about not creating a new religion, just creating a new belief. See, there's a difference. People want to create new religions and make you believe certain things over here. I want to, and I'm thinking about even opening up a church, actually. I was actually looking 2 days ago after talking about this, you know. And am I going to be a preacher? I'm going to be a teacher in my place. That's the difference of my, if I do open up the church. I don't even know if I want to get involved in that side of things. But if I do, I definitely want to bring in that. And again, I'm not going to be claiming myself as no preacher. I'm going to be claiming myself as a teacher, as an awareness, okay? An awarer, if you want to say, if that's even a word. You know, I want to bring awareness. I don't want to bring religion. Just want to bring awareness. Especially, I can take every book that they follow and take their own words from their so-called Bible or Quran and show them. Look what it says. He's within you. You don't need to go to anybody or anywhere. He's right there in front of you the whole time. You've been running around with your head off, not knowing that all the answers are right in front of you. And Ma says, you have no pictures of idols, statues, only God. I've never been in a mosque, so that's cool to know. Do I think there is a higher self in God? Yes, he's within you. Yes, he's within everybody. Yes, we got here for a reason. We're here for a reason. So yeah, that's what I think. And that's really about it. Get W. Jews are try with the book studying what does the Bible really teach. They claim they are not a religion, they are an organization of Bible students. Try the book first, it's online. JWs. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Yeah, anyway, that's my partake on things. Not to make this any type of religion thing, but that's what I think. I think church equals banks, and they're just there for money, and they're a platform to control people, and that's why they don't get charged taxes. That's why it's one of the biggest places that don't get hit with taxes. So, very interesting. There's a book. Let's see, there's a book here, right? It says, it's all in your head. It all in your head. It starts in your head. Okay? And weirdly enough, right? And I say you have to be delusional. That's one of the main things. You have to be delusional. What does it say? Part one, delusional. Okay? Speaker goes into existence. Okay? What did God do? What did God do? He spoke and then he created. He spoke and then it came into existence. Do you see this? Do you see this? Again, he spoke in the beginning. God said, let there be light, and then there was light. God spoke, and then it became into existence. Okay? Here's a book on how to be a fucking. I haven't read the book. Weirdly enough, I was just walking the dog, and I grabbed this book from one of those book things. But here, I'll tell you, and I was laughing because I'll tell people we got to be delusional. We got to be those kids that believe that we already have $1 million, and they were laughing at me, and I'm like, look at, I told you, look at this. So this book says it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Manifest. Speaker goes into existence. Since I was broke. Be delusional. See, it's you versus you. Nobody else. There's nobody else to go to speak to. Okay, the formula is you versus you. Okay, you in your verse. Universal. Boomerang, like I said, when you give pure love, it comes back, and that's when you're going to level up completely. What you throw out will come back. Keep throwing out fucking insults to people, and insults are going to come back to you. You keep pouring out love to people no matter what they do to you. You don't take revenge or anything, but their belief system is, oh, if you don't do that, if you let them talk to you like that and you don't fucking put them correct, then you look weak. You know what? Fuck about how you look and worry about how you start feeling. Stop worrying about how you look at people and start worrying about how you are feeling on the inside. Okay? It's you versus you. Nobody else but yourself. You are fighting yourself. Don't blame anybody else but yourself. Okay? Nobody made you have a bad day. You made yourself have a bad day. Okay? This is when you have to get over it. Okay? This is a big play right here. You versus you. Understanding that nobody made you do anything at this point. Okay? And that's a thing I need to understand as well too. We all need to understand here. Major thing, you versus you. When you go to work and you get pissed off and something happens or somebody spills a fucking cup of coffee on your fucking new dress. No, it's not fucking Henry or Barbara just fucked up your day. It's always you versus you, okay? You can easily be like, you know what? It's okay. I'll clean myself off. Show love, and love will come back. It might not come back when you want it to come back, and that's why you'll have these feelings like, oh, everything I do, it's not working. I'm always nice to these people, but yet nobody's nice to me because you don't have the patience. We gotta let things evolve, and sometimes things take much longer than how we want it to play out. But patience is the key also. You'll be rewarded when you have patience. Just like holding a bag of crypto. Okay? Being patient, you will be rewarded. It's not timing the market, it's having the time in the market is the key. Hold your bags. On the other side of your fear, see, don't let fear control you, is your truth. On the other side of your fear is your truth. How many times you stopped doing something or didn't do anything because you feared that something was going to happen and it never happened? How many opportunities? How many times you could have made an investment and you would have fucking made a nice return, but you feared that something bad was going to happen and you never stepped up? and you lost out on that opportunity. How many times you feared that you were going to do something at a job or this or that and you didn't take it, and later to find out that it would have been the best thing for you. Once you remove the fear tactic, this is one of the ultimate things that stick to everybody, that crushes us, is fear. All right? Everything else you can see, persistence, gratitude, all that. So it is what it is. Once we understand that, once you understand it's you versus you and nobody else, we don't put blame on nobody else. Okay? That's one of the hardest things. One of the hardest things. We get into a car accident. This motherfucker, right? Excuse my language. I gotta start understanding. I want to start cursing less and, using those type of words anyway too. And by the way, matter of fact, I had a thought. I'm changing my name. Just one letter in my name. It's not going to be Bully Bear. It's going to not be spelled with a Y anymore. It's going to be changed to an I. Because I just don't want that negative word bully inside of my name. So now I'll just leave it as Bull, I, Bear. It'll still be Bully Bear, as you can say it. But I'm just changing. I'm dropping the Y because I don't want that negative word attached to me anymore. And we're going to start molding this into a better situation. So, I would say one of the homeworks for this weekend is to start understanding it's you versus you. It's you versus you. Nobody else is fucking up anything but you. Okay? It's a reflection of yourself. Let me see if I can show you one thing over here. Hold on. I'll see if I have it here. I might not have it. It's about like energies and how like you're a god and the other person's a god, and when you're making fun of that person, you're sharing that energy and you're basically making fun of yourself, like it's a reflection. She explains it better. Let me see if I have it on here. I'm gonna see if I have it.
Let me blow your mind.
Oh, yes.
Let me blow your mind.
All right, hold on a
You
second.
are a piece of God.
Hold on a second.
Let me blow your mind. You are a piece of God experiencing himself here on earth. And when I say God, God, the universe, the source, life, the quantum field, however you want to, of God experiencing himself here in the third dimension, God is fifth dimension. Someone else is also a piece of God experiencing themselves. The thing is that none of you know it. You don't remember, they don't remember. All right? So, when you do something to someone else, such as lying, the information of your action is out there in the field, and because the field is shared, they are getting it. They may not consciously know that you're lying, but they know. Did it ever happen to you that someone, I don't know, lies or cheats on you and you feel it? You get a feeling. You usually call it intuition. You get a feeling and you cannot pinpoint it or anything, but you know. That is because that information is also in your field. It's like the waves in the ocean. You see the waves and they look separate, but they are all a part of the same ocean. You cannot contaminate one wave and not contaminate the others because there's no actual separation. The separation between the waves is an illusion, right? They are all the same ocean. So the same thing happens here. Whatever information, for example, a lie, you are putting in the field towards them, because the field is shared, they will get it. They may not find out that you're lying, but they will have a feeling. Energetically, they will know. Something else that happens is that because they are a piece of God and you are a piece of God, and this separation is simply an illusion of the third dimension, when you do something to them, you are inevitably doing it to God. And because you are also God, you are inevitably doing it to yourself. So you may do something to someone else and think, oh, I got away with it because they didn't consciously find out. But then something happens to you, something of the same energetic frequency, and you may be like, oh, I have bad luck. It is not bad luck. There's no such thing. It is simply what you put out there inevitably coming back to you, because the out there is yourself. The out there is you. You don't remember that. You think that you can do something to someone else and stay safe. Whatever you do, whether it's good or bad, is going to come back. For example, if you lie to someone else, you may think you got away with it, but in reality, the energetic information is there. There is no lying to God. Let me blow your mind. You are a piece of God experiencing Himself here on earth. And when I say God, reverse the soul.
All right, ladies and gents, that's it. That's my little partake. You guys have a great weekend. Love you all. Love you all. And remember, it's you versus you. You are the God. You are the one that you answer to. You don't answer to nobody else. If you're running to Sunday church, just think about why you're running there for when He's right within you. You're not running late to anything. He's always within you. Peace, love, happiness, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Because tomorrow is the first. And we might be marching into one of the craziest things, one of the craziest years that we're going to see. So March 1st is 3-1. It's also, to me, February 29th as well, too. And we also seen these 29s and crashes and all this other shit's been happening. I have no idea what's going to happen. All I'm saying is just have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.